Good evening, students and families, and welcome to Monday night's bedtime story. Tonight, we're going to be reading this book, Yard Sale by Eve Bunting. This will actually be the first of two books we're going to read this week by Eve Bunting. So it'll be interesting to compare and contrast these two books and see what in her two books is the same and what is different. Our theme this week, what we're going to be thinking about for all of these bedtime stories, is the importance of home and what really matters about home and what makes a home a home. And we're going to see that same idea and theme of home being reflected in our language arts class as well, and the story Nora's Ark, which we are going to be reading this week. So here is Yard Sale. Almost everything we own is spread out in our front yard. It is all for sale. We are moving to a small apartment. Small, but nice, my mom told me. She and Dad took me to see it. He showed me the fun bed that came down from the wall. Look, he said, it's right in the living room. It's all nice, I said, but it didn't feel like ours. Today, there are a lot of people walking around our front yard, picking up things, asking the price, though Mom and Dad already put prices on them. How much for this? A woman asks, touching the headboard off my bed. $10, my mom says. The woman sniffs. But look, someone has put crayon marks on it. I'll give you 5. My mom sighs. All right. I wish I hadn't put the crayon marks on there. They were to show how many times I had read Goodnight Moon. My best friend Sarah and her little brother Petey come over from their house next door. They are both still in their PJs. You got a lot of people, Sarah says. That's good. I nod. I suddenly see a man loading my bike into the back of his truck. I rush over to him and grab one of the wheels. I'm really angry. You can't take this, I say, pulling on it. It's mine. Oh, the man looks surprised, but he sets the bike down on the grass. I'm sorry, I just bought it. Was it not meant to be for sale? My dad runs over to us. Oh, Callie. He puts his hand over mine. We told you, sweetie. We have no place to keep it. And there's no sidewalk outside, just a street with lots of traffic. I look up at him and I think his eyes are all teary, but probably not. My dad doesn't cry. It's okay, I say, and I let go of the bike. I don't need to take it, the man begins. It's okay, I say again. Then I add, but will you give it back to me when we get our house back? The man smiles. Definitely. I walk back to Sarah. I wish you didn't have to go, she mutters. Why do you anyway? I shrug. I don't know. It's something to do with money. Sarah picks up Petey's pacifier, which he has dropped, and sticks it back in his mouth before he can scream. I don't get it, she says. I don't exactly either. Sarah stares at me. I could ask my parents if you could stay with us. I give her a hug. She smells of Fruit Loops. My parents would be lonely, I say. Maybe we could give them Petey instead, she offers. No offense, I say, but I'd miss my mom and dad. Is this for sale? A man asks me. He's pointing at a red geranium in a big blue pot. For a minute, I feel important. I think so, I say, but you'd better talk to my dad. Over there, I point. Dad smiles at the man. It's for sale if you can move it. It's pretty heavy. The man rolls it on wheels he's brought and heaves it into his truck. Almost everything is gone. Anything that's left, my dad is selling cheap. He and my mom look droopy. My dad is rubbing my mom's back. Sarah and Petey have gone back to their own house. I hate people buying our stuff. It's not fair. I think I'll give Sarah my red heart necklace before we leave, and I'll tell her she can come visit. My mom says. A woman comes up to me. Aren't you just the cutest thing, she says, smiling. Are you for sale? A shiver runs through me from my toes to my head. I run to my dad. I'm really bawling. I'm not for sale, am I? You wouldn't sell me, would you? My dad drops the garden chair he's holding. Not for $1,000,000,000,000,000, he says. Not ever, ever, ever. He wipes my nose. Suddenly my mom's there, and we're all hugging at once. Dad stands up and calls out, help yourselves to anything that's left, for free. We don't need any of it. The people who are left scurry around. We go inside our almost empty house, and it's okay because we don't really need anything we've sold, and those things wouldn't fit in our new place anyway. But we will fit in our new place, and we are taking us. I think I'll like my new fun bed, I say. My mom smiles. I think you will. Some of you may have moved before, so you might be able to relate to her experience of having to leave one house behind and start over in a new house. As you journal tonight, if you're journaling, think about something in your house that really makes your house a home, that really reminds you of who you are, who your family is in your house. What's that thing that when you see it, you know it's always going to be a part of your house, wherever you happen to move? Maybe draw that object, maybe describe why it's important. But of course, the most important thing in any house is the family that lives there. So that's Yard Sale by Eve Bunting, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good night.